invited Mr. Johnston passed that motion 2 months ago. The report has been issued. Canadians have questions, and having Mr. Johnston appear is what needs to happen. The summons guarantees that he appears for 3 hours, and it also removes some of the variables, like speakers previous mentioned, that should there be prorogation or other interruptions to sittings of the House, that if the can's kicked down the road weeks and weeks.
Why I was disappointed to see that the committee did not proceed with at least referring some of these clauses to the relevant committees. I don't think this committee is equipped, for example, to review matters of sanctions under the Magnitsky Act, for example. And so now we're not even doing that. Now, again, we can wrangle over how we got here. The fact of the matter is that the Finance Minister would not agree in advance to tell us she was coming here for 2 hours. In fact, the day she showed up at committee, we didn't know how long she was staying, which makes it very difficult for us to prepare our questions on such a massive bill, Mr. Chair. She came, she was not cooperative. And I want to put this in, and I say that I'll put this in context. We have had the Governor of the Bank of Canada here several times, and the Governor has been, we've asked the Governor a lot of tough questions, a lot of very, very difficult questions. For example, why the bank is losing money for the first time in its history, why Canadian taxpayers are now subsidizing the bank.
But from the many ones we've done before, I'm finding it harder and harder to believe that I'm sitting around a table of serious people who are honestly committed to getting a job done. So, you know, that's my point of view. I get we're all going to have different points of views about this. But I just felt like if Canadians are sitting at home wondering what the heck is going on, somebody should have the decency to call out what I think is really happening and the only way that you can make sense of what's going on here. And the clock is running. The time will not be extended because I am tired of these shenanigans. So let's think about what we do with the time we have and how we do the best.
Opportunity for accountability that we're looking for.
Chair of the Proc Committee said that on June 6th, the Honourable David Johnston will be at the Proc Committee. So,
Mr. Chairperson? Yes, on a point of order, I'd like my Conservative colleague to focus on his particular motion. He seems to be discussing a different motion, one that was being previously debated regarding the attendance of the minister.
Year, our economy ground to a halt with 0.3% economic growth. How could so much money buy so little?
Stephen Harper and the Conservatives added over $150 billion to the national debt with nothing to show for it. We made the decision to invest in Canadians instead, put more money in the pockets of middle class. And what did we get? 1 million Canadians lifted out of poverty.